Guten Tag, lieben Glauben, Globen.
Hi, this is Rick Allen from Def Leppard, and you're watching Live Minute TV.
He's the legendary drummer of one of the world's best-selling music artists of all time, Def Leppard, joining the band at a mere 15 years old and reaching stardom just shortly thereafter.
Before my 15th birthday, I got a phone call and they said, "You're in."
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wow, I didn't realize you were so young. My goodness. Amazing.
Neither did I.
Then, at the height of their fame, at just 21, he suffered what he and many others thought would be the end of his career, a tragic car accident that resulted in the loss of his left arm.
I thought it was the end. It's funny, I've been going through all of this stuff. I'm kind of raw in terms of my experience back then. It was a feeling of defeat. And it wasn't until I started getting so much love and encouragement from my family and from fans all over the globe, I mean everywhere, that I discovered the power of the human spirit. It was like a one-track mind. I focused on just becoming well and being able to do something that I'd never done before. That was sort of defying all the odds and becoming, a drummer again.
And defy the odds he did. The band went on to its most commercially successful phase, releasing their fourth studio album, Hysteria, just 3 years later, selling more than 20 million copies worldwide with the title track that remains Alan's favorite song to play live.
I actually came up with the title. I think that song for me conjures up the love of a higher power. Everything that as human beings we'd like to be.
Open about his PTSD and still coming to terms with that hysteria time in his life, Alan told us his most important life lesson:
lead with your heart, not with your head. Don't assume anything. If you go with your heart, that becomes your truth. That is the truth. And I think as myself now, I would have hugged my 21-year-old self and said, lead with your heart.
And that heart he leads with is giant. For years, he's been committed to improving the world around him, helping the less fortunate.
Back in 2001, myself and my wife, we set up a Raven Drum Foundation. We catered to many different parts of the population. And then in 2006, I met with many of our wounded warriors. It had a massive effect on me. I remember getting back to my hotel room and I called my wife and I said, I never realized this, but our wounded warriors are going through such a hard time at the moment. Maybe we need to refocus. And she just mirrored that. And she said, I was feeling the same way. And that's when we came up with Project Resiliency, which was really focused more on wounded warriors, and that has become a blessing ever since.
And he's giving back through his other passion project, fine art.
I got a great feeling when I was young. I loved painting, but never really did anything with it. And then more recently, my youngest daughter, we started painting together. And then it sort of reignited my passion for painting. And I realized that when I watched her, she was in the moment, totally in the moment. And it reminded me of where I go when I play music. So we started painting together, and it kind of got me going back on track, to expressing myself in a different way.
He is currently taking that passion on the road at the Wentworth Gallery with stops in Maryland, Virginia, New Jersey, and Georgia, with a portion of the proceeds benefiting Project Resiliency.
My life experience has become a blessing. I have this opportunity to become an inspiration to many.
What inspires this artist?
Waking up alive. Just sort of getting out of bed and stumbling to the bathroom and looking in the mirror and going, "Hi, how are you today?" More than that, I think counting my blessings for my beautiful family and the friends that really lift me up and support me. I'm very blessed that my parents are still alive. I have something really solid, you know.
As for his band Def Leppard, they're expecting to tour early next year and were inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame in 2019, an honor Alan says he didn't quite fully comprehend at first.
Standing on stage, sort of looking out at the audience, I was like, wow, this is massive. And I can't believe that, you know, Def Leppard are finally getting some sort of recognition for, you know, for everything that we've done. I'm so appreciative that it happened, and I'm kind of a different person because of it.
To hear more of this interview, visit our podcast, Life Minute TV, on iTunes and all streaming podcast platforms.